Guys, Chip's going to give us a 2-team college football parlay, but before he does that, we got a new Caesar Sportsbook promo for us here on the Power Hour, up to $1,250 risk-free on your first bet. All you got to do is use the promo code MORNINGFUL. That'll get you right there. Get you to $1,250. Use the link in the description of the video. You click on it, boom, pang, pow, get you right signed up. I got to tell you guys about this special right here. It's the last day of the special. Craig Trapp gave it to us all week. Any 2 cappers you want, 7 days, 50% off, just $114.99. picksandparlays.net/forward, whatever way you're doing it. Double. That's your pick right there. This guy's crushing it. He needs to be one of those too. So get after it. Let's talk about this game right here. Saturday matchup. My Spartans traveling to Maryland minus 8. Over under is 58.5. Oh boy. Tell me I got to believe in my Spartans here, right?
Well, I can tell you one thing about Maryland. You never know what you're going to get. And I don't even mean on the field. I'm talking about the helmets, because this team comes out with some crazy arrangements, really.
It's a true story.
I could be saying that about Michigan State, who last year had one of the big comeback seasons in Big Ten and in the entire NCAA. And this year got off the 2-0 start, playing I would say Bowling Green, or you would know better than I would, really, but they didn't play anyone of any substance. Went to Washington, and 2 weeks ago we played Washington as our megabuck play over Michigan State, and Michigan State was down 20-0 in the second quarter. Last week they come back to play Minnesota. I'm thinking Michigan State's going to come to play after the way they were humiliated, and they got crushed again in the first half, 17-0 to the Golden Gophers of Minnesota. And they're playing a Maryland team now that has really all of a sudden put themselves on the map. People are starting to pay a little bit of attention to them, but they really haven't won any more games. Lenny, I think maybe 4 games is the most they've won since they joined the Big Ten. And
not much. Yeah.
Right. And so they're 0-4 in the last 4 meetings at home against Michigan State. And those 2 teams that beat Michigan State, they were ranked 15th and 17th. So, after getting crushed like that, if you check the stats, anytime Michigan State gives up 450 yards, they're 8-1 against the number the next time out. So I have to think the Spartans are going to come to play this time out. Maryland playing on, out of conference games is only 8-20, but they're now in the Big Ten, so they're part of that conference. They're only 1-5 at home. I'm going to have to take Michigan State, because they're also 3-1 after a straight up loss against the points.
I like it. I like it. I want to believe. I want to believe, and you just made me believe. So I'll take it.
I tell you, Michigan State looked terrible. They couldn't run the ball at all against Washington. Last week, this Minnesota team is very underrated. They're a number 2 offense in the country and the number 1 defense, I believe it is right now, or right up there. Anyway, 1 and 2 somewhere. And they're going to impress people. I'm wondering what's going to happen to them the rest of the way. So maybe Michigan State can play comparatively close to a team that's more on their level. So, the Terrapins, they got to prove it to me over a period of time before I'll start to believe it. It's you got to pass the eye test.
That's fair. Second leg of this parlay is also on Saturday, the first. California at Washington State. Washington State -4, over under 53.5 here. It's another one, man. I want to believe in Cal, but I don't know.
Well, I understand that, because the history of this club and their pedigree hasn't shown since since Rodgers left. They're 3-1 though, and they played tough against Notre Dame in the loss. And at the time, Notre Dame has come back they showed something against North Carolina. Right. They did beat Cal. Maybe they're just getting out of the doldrums there, but they're coming off. California's coming off a big win over Arizona. But, Lenny, I think the storyline here is what Washington State did last week. I don't know if you're aware, because I had them as one of my Fab 5, which helped us actually cement the day. This team getting 6.5, 7 points was leading the entire day, up 6, 8, up 12, up 11. They're beating Oregon, and I have no confidence in Oregon with Bo Nix, though he's playing fairly well. And all of a sudden, I look at it and I see the Oregon scores 22 consecutive points within 3 minutes. And not only that, they went from being like an 11 point losing by 11 to covering a 7.5 point spread. There was 45 seconds to go in the game. I was really ready to get ill. But backdoor cover for the Cougars. They score 44-41 final. and they give up 29 points in the fourth quarter. So I don't have much confidence in them in this situation. I think Cal's got better balance. They just had this kid, Jaden ran for Jaden Ott, I think his name is, ran for 274 yards. They're 5-2 against the number when playing at Washington. I think Washington should be, and they're 12-5 on the road altogether, as a matter of fact. And they dominate the series. They won 67% of the time that they've met over a 90-year period. And I just don't see Washington State. I think after what happened last week, very difficult to try and come back with them. They may have a lead here and blow it. And I'm getting 4 points as it is right now. And if it ever gets to 4.5, I'll like it even better.
There you go. So we're taking Cal on the second leg of that parlay.
Yep.
So we're taking Cal +4, Michigan State +8. You parlay those together on my parlay calculator, little booty when I did the math, 265 cash money. So I like it. I like it. There's some good value there for sure. Guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Power Hour here is Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern.